everybody, it's me, Zach, this is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I'm back again because Amberlynn, a week later, is finally catching up in her vlogs to let us know about Cakegate from her perspective, when it was actually happening a week ago, because that's where we're at in terms of where her vlogs are at. And I will say, typically, I don't care that she pre-records videos. I think it makes a lot of sense that she has stuff ready in advance so that she doesn't have to stress as much about remembering to post, things like that. That feels very proactive. That feels like a good thing that she is like doing work in advance to help herself stay consistent, on schedule, whoever, whatever. But I will say there are a few instances where sometimes I'm like, it would be helpful if we were in real time. And that usually happens when she gives an update about something on one of her other social media platforms, usually like Instagram, sometimes a community tab post about things that are happening in her life where you can tell that like whatever is happening currently in real life for her is not what's happening in these vlogs. And I think this is one of those times. So let me just get started by saying that the title of today's video is called Diagnosed with PTSD, Come to Target with Me, and Contacting Strawberry Hill, bar vlog. And if you haven't stayed up to date with all the cake drama on Amberlynn Reed's channel, Strawberry Hill is the name of the bakery / company that baked goods were sent to her from. Not saying that that company sent her baked goods, but baked goods were purchased from that bakery and sent to her. And she famously, or infamously in this case, went on a whole rant about it, being upset that people sent her food to her P.O. box when she's asked in the past for them not to. And a too long didn't watch any of my takes on Cakegate is I'm in my unpopular opinion era, and I actually agreed with her that people shouldn't send her food, which is actually very consistent with any time anybody's ever sent her food on her channel. I was like, listen, I understand why she's upset. Was it the best way to demonstrate that level of being upset? Probably not. Could she have done it other ways? Yes, I think she should have just not posted about it at all. But here we are. I do agree, or at least understand why she was upset about it. I already made like 2 different videos about Cakegate at this point. Again, this was like a week or more ago. I don't really remember the specific dates off the top of my head. But I just figured I'd give you the recap in case you didn't know where we're at when it comes to fucking Cakegate. And also in case you forgot, she did provide some updates about Cakegate on her Instagram and on her community tab post since we last talked about it on her channel specifically. So just as a quick reminder, on her community tab post, she posted, "My videos are behind because I've been filming a lot and only uploading every other day as per my schedule, but I contacted Strawberry Hill the minute I noticed all the friction regarding my video," which was a few days ago. I'll have updates soon in a vlog. Thank you, Strawberry Hill, for kindness and understanding. She also, on that same day, I think this was all on April 18th, okay? On that same day, she also posted on her Instagram story and said, "If you're the one who sent me Strawberry Hill, I'd love to talk to you. Not to attack you, but to understand you. My DMs are open." So that all happened on April 18th. Sorry, I'm just like exhausted by the concept of Cakegate, if we're just being honest. But I do want to get you all caught up because I feel like it's going to be important for this video today. On top of all of that, she also followed up in a later Instagram Q&A when somebody asked, "Did the person who sent you Strawberry Hill wind up contacting you?" And her response was that she had over 100 people contact her, which honestly checks out. I saw all kinds of people on the internet and comments, this, that, the other, claiming to be the person who sent her that even before Amberlynn posted that. And the reality is that on Strawberry Hill's Instagram account, they left a comment basically saying that most of their orders, or all of their orders, I should say, come with a packing slip that should say the name of the person who sent the package to whoever it might be, even if it's a gift. And so the reality is that one, Amberlynn has that information and did nothing with it, or two, while opening up the box, she just like went right past it and probably didn't even see it to begin with. So really the only people who know who sent this box of goodies to her is Strawberry Hill, the person who sent it, and maybe Amberlynn, depending on whether or not she noticed that there was a packing slip in the box. But of course, because there's limited information, the internet has all kinds of speculations, theories, etc. about what it may or may not be, what the intentions behind the package were, whoever, whatever. And at the end of the day, Amberlynn could have saved herself all of this grief if she just wouldn't give negative energy attention. But that is all Amberlynn does on her channel these days, is give negative energy attention. So anyways, I think I've done enough talking, but I did want to give you a brief recap of Cakegate. If you want my full, honest opinions, unpopular or not, I'll try to remember to leave the links to the previous 2 videos where I reacted to and or covered Cakegate, okay? But anyways, in the meantime, between time, let's just get to, shall we?
Hello.
Hi.
I literally just ended my other vlog. We
Great.
did being interviewed by you.
Are those?
We did the P.O. box.
Wait,
and
are
I
those?
showed you guys these little butterflies I decided to wear in my hair. If you guys didn't see that, I'm just showing you again.
I did see that. Actually, that reminds me, when she did the little clip things in her hair, I said the it's like an old common expression, right? You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. It's like an expression for basically like you can't clean up a mess. Like you can't make something great out of a mess. You know, it's still going to be a mess at the end of the day. And I specifically said you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a poop bun, meaning this is just a poop bun with fancy decorations on it. You still got a poop bun. But somebody sent her an Instagram Q&A thing saying like, did you see Zachary Michael called you a pig with lipstick or something along those lines? I'm paraphrasing, but maybe if I remember, I'll put up the screenshot of it. I get it. I probably should have just avoided using that phrase because I was not trying to call Amberlynn a pig wearing lipstick or whatever, but also that was just like so far removed from what I actually meant. And obviously if you watched my video, you got the context, right? But also the other thing I was gonna ask, is she wearing 2 chokers? And if so, why is one of the chokers so much bigger and looser? What do you know about bigger and looser? Okay, let's just get back into it.
I'm going for the 90s today.
You go for the 90s a lot, bestie.
But hello, good morning, good night, wherever you are. I hope you're having an amazing day.
I would say it's fine.
I'm putting out the positiveness. Oh, y'all just reminded me.
I reminded you?
Gotta take my Zoloft. Yes, I am on the Zoloft. Anxiety, and
I reminded you
to kick in.
What exactly did I do in this moment to remind you to do that? Except that you just wanted to talk about being on Zoloft again. I mean, I love that. Please talk about and normalize taking antidepressants. I think a lot of people could use that support. But also it's reminding me of back in the day when she would just have alarms go off in the backgrounds of her videos and she'd be like, oh, that's my alarm to take my medicine, but then just turn it off and not actually get up to go take her medicine.
I was gonna try to be like really good, but since I have an 8 today, like I'm probably just gonna get, hold on, I made a smear. No, that's my alarm for my medicine. I'm probably just gonna get, hold on. I'm probably just gonna get what I usually get. So, you ready, babe?
Yeah.
It was like a common theme in almost all of our videos for a while.
I have to take one of these. I wonder if I can swallow it without anything to drink.
I usually can, actually. But I'm good at swallowing. What?
I did it! Oh my god, I should go drink water though. I'll be right back. Okay, guys.
Her level of excitement over being able to swallow a pill, something many Americans and humans, I don't know why I said Americans specifically, but humans do every day. Astounding. Fascinating.
We need to talk.
About what?
Where should we go?
About what?
So, I'm going to play this clip right here and then explain to you what we need to talk about.
Are we...
There comes a time where it's like, you guys...
We're going straight back into Cakegate. How long do you think this clip is that she's going to make us watch? Because I don't really feel like reliving this, to be honest. I really don't feel like reliving it.
I'm not the fucking problem. But this is the shit that I deal with outside of the fucking camera. You guys won't even believe the shit that I have to deal with. And it's just part of the problem. So after I uploaded that clip, and people were speaking about it, people were coming for me, saying how horrible and rude I was. Like, how could I do that to a company?
Wait, that's actually 3 chokers. I think it might be all one necklace, but made to look like it's 3 separate ones. But also, yeah, I still don't understand why people thought that Amberlynn was being rude to the company specifically. That I don't understand. Like, get mad about her, like, potentially being mean to a supporter. Even though I don't agree, I can see where you're coming from on that. I really don't understand why people thought she was being rude to the company, because I don't really think she was trying to say anything about that company. She was just saying it was rude for somebody to send her food, regardless of the company or what brand it was or whoever, whatever, you know? I just don't understand why that was what was taken away from that.
Yeah, they were just trying to be nice to send me something. I was like, what is happening? So many people were thinking that I was dissing a company who was sending that to me just so I could show it in my video, when I was trying to explain that, no, this was sent in malice.
I guess I would understand that. If you thought that it was a, like, PR box thing from Strawberry Hill, that would make sense to me. I think we've determined that it wasn't, or that wasn't the case. But I guess if you thought that the business was sending it to her, that would make a lot more sense to me.
But then I started feeling, for the lack of a better term, gaslit into thinking, oh my God, like, are these people right? Like, was it the company who sent this to me? In my gut, I didn't think so. But, like, I was afraid. I didn't want the company to have, like, this added stress around their company, obviously, around their business. Like, I felt horrible. I also contacting them.
I also think what's weird about that is, like, obviously you could figure out, based on, like, the packaging and stuff, where the goods came from. I get that. But, like, she didn't say, like, the business or anything like that. It wasn't, like, that's, again, why I don't understand why people made that leap in connection. Because, like, it wasn't even like she was like, Strawberry Hill is awful. She didn't even mention the name of the company.
And I sent them this message.
Hi, this is Amberlynn. I received an order by this company in my P.O. box, and I'm wondering if it's from you directly or if someone ordered it to send to me. Thank you.
Where I could just get a final answer, because if it was them who sent it to me, I wanted to fix this.
Sure.
But they ended up replying saying that, no, it was not them.
Hello, Amberlynn. We've been following this story since posting. I'm not sure what to make of it. I do know that the order was not sent by someone in our company. The order was placed online on March 22nd with a request to ship for the Easter holiday arrival. If you still have the packing slip, there is a line listed above the items that should list the sender's name, or if you still have the shipping box, it will be listed at the bottom of the shipping label as well. Okay. Well, there you go.
Which I did not think it was. So I ended up responding as well, saying how I felt bad because people were, like, going to their pages.
Yeah, I do think that's really ridiculous, and also not necessarily Amberlynn's fault. Like, honestly, truly.
Leaving Google reviews about me, just, like, kind of crazy thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's nuts.
This, like, got bigger than I thought it was gonna be, so I felt super bad.
It's nuts because, like, even if you don't like Amberlynn, like, you're now going and being part of the problem, in my opinion, and maybe my unpopular opinion, but it seems like a lot, like, for you to be upset at Amberlynn and then go say rude things to the business. Because I did see the Instagram post where people were, like, involving the business. I haven't seen these Google reviews. So maybe they're, like, positive Google reviews about the company. I don't know. But either way, I just feel like it's a lot. It's a lot to go and involve yourself in this company's business. I mean, if anything, like, if you want to go support them, buy some of their baked goods and have them shipped to you, you know? I don't know. It seems so silly to me, but who am I? What do I know?
For the company, while my video about the fat shaming wasn't about the company.
Right.
It was about the person who sent me food. Now that this company was involved, like, I started feeling horrible. So when they told me, no, it wasn't us who sent that to you, I just felt horrible. So I told them that I'm going to order from them. And what I do end up ordering, I am going to donate to the homeless shelter. So moral of the story is, no, it wasn't the company sending me food. So...
Wait, I don't understand. Wait, why do we... Wait, I get it. I get it. You're gonna go donate it. That's great. And I hate to say this, because I really was team, like, I don't think it's your responsibility to go donate food that was sent to you that you didn't want. I was very big team that. But now I just kind of feel like you could have just donated it to begin with, bestie. And we could have skipped over all of this mess. We really could have skipped over all of it. You could have just donated the original items. Like this just feels like a weird PR move you're trying to make to, like, put yourself in better light or a better position when, like, you could have just done it to begin with. I was also gonna say, before you said all of that part about buying new stuff and, like, donating it, which, like, let me not discourage you from donating things, especially if, like, the homeless shelter needs $80 worth of baked goods. Like, let me not stop you from doing that if that's something they really need. It just really feels like, oh, you're trying to make up for your bad behavior, which, like, I guess is fine, but it just feels like a weird way to do it. I was gonna say, like, maybe a more appropriate thing for you to do is just to, like, share what you've learned from this experience. Like, I think you can still stand by, like, hey, I really don't appreciate people sending me food. Maybe my response when I posted that video wasn't appropriate. I've also now seen, even unintentionally, what can happen when I include businesses in my videos. I'll think about that in the future. And then keep it moving. like, I think there's a way that you could have taken accountability for it without, I don't know, this show. Because it feels very performative as opposed to, like, I don't know, actually caring.
Someone did it out of malice. And I'd also like to add that I can confidently say that because in almost every single one of my videos, I am talking about how I want to improve my weight with weight loss surgery. That has been the most talked about topic on my channel for months now. Sure. And for someone to send that to me, it was not out of the kindness of their heart. This, to me, doesn't make sense because everyone thinks my channel is a weight loss channel. You don't send a huge pie. Sure.
Well, I think it was cake, but listen, what do I know?
Bread to a weight loss channel.
Sure.
You don't do it. I am forever and ever and ever grateful for anything sent to me. Letters, shoes, stickers, it can be anything. Like, it means the world to me that people think of me. But I have requested multiple times, do not send me food.
Okay, I wanted to make sure to let her talk for a little bit before I jumped in, because actually a lot of what she is saying is actually 100% lines up with my thoughts about it, right? Like, how are you going to say that you support Amberlynn Reed and enjoy her channel and not know that she's a weight loss channel, that she struggles with food, etc.? Like, 100% agree with all of that. I'm on the same page as her, actually. Shit, I just totally lost my train of thought. which is why I usually stop a lot sooner, because if I don't pause as soon as a thought comes into my mind, I forget where I was going with it. Oh, I remember. So she's like, oh, everybody thinks of me as a weight loss channel. I do take some kind of issue with that because, you know, girly every other day is like, I'm more than just a weight loss channel. And then the next day it's like, I'm a weight loss channel. And then the next day it's like, I can be all the things. Sharing weight loss is a part of my life, but I'm sharing my life. So I do think some of that's confusing, but I mean, like, if we really use our noggins and our brains and think critically here, I think we can all agree she's a weight loss channel. But I also hope from all of this, she's going to talk about how she's going to start adding disclaimers on her P.O. box things about how she doesn't want food, just to like make sure and make sure people hear it, because that's a big critique that myself and others have given her, is like, girl, you don't put any kind of critique about that anywhere. And it's not that hard to do. Actually, one of my friends here on the internet, Willow Davis, like he had I don't know if he still has a P.O. box or not, but for a long time he had a P.O. box, and because he's vegan, he explicitly used to write like, don't send me food, don't send me products that aren't vegan, whoever, whatever. So I think it's reasonable that you can add a little disclaimer very easily with that updated information. Just so that we've crossed all our T's and dotted all of our I's.
And somehow this whole thing has been turned around, and somehow I'm the one who is at fault.
Well,
I will never understand how I am always wrong. So many other things happen on a day-to-day basis, and I don't share them. And that day when I filmed that, like, I was already having a bad day.
Well, okay, think about that then.
Internal issues that I'm going through, especially now starting therapy, and just some things in my life are happening that I don't want to like talk about out loud.
There's some things happening that I don't want to talk about out loud, so I'm just going to mention them, but I'm not going to talk about them. But I'm going to mention them. It's one of my least favorite things on her channel these days. Absolutely one of my least favorite things on her channel these days. Absolutely. Ugh. But also, if you're having a bad day, maybe take that into account. I mean, like, if you want to share that, that's fine. But, like, if you know that it's going to lead to you maybe posting some shit on the internet that you wouldn't normally post, try to have some self-awareness about that.
Especially not online. Like, hi. So, opening that package and seeing that, it was like, sorry if you guys see a bunch of fur. I have a little kitty.
I don't see any kind of fur.
She's shedding because it's starting to get hotter out.
I don't see
so all three of
no type of fur.
Are shedding. But yeah, like I knew in my heart and in my gut that it was sent out of malice, and it was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I just feel bad for the company because people are like sending them so many messages and like harassing them as well. And it's just like such a weird thing that happened because really I was just trying to pinpoint like. This is what haters do. This is what fat shaming looks like. So, yeah. So now I'm gonna order from them, and when I do get the order,
the other thing I'll come back to about that, and I feel like this maybe got glossed over in my first reaction to this because people were upset that I was being empathetic to like why Amberlynn might have been upset, but I'll also just say that like at this point, Amberlynn does not need to provide any more proof that people send her trolley gifts or send her hate. We get it. I get it. I would think the people that actually support Amberlynn and like and enjoy her, I would imagine they get it. She's shown enough of it on her channel at this point that I think we got it. That she's gotten incontinence pads sent to her. She's gotten a mobility scooter catalog sent to her. She's gotten other food things sent to her before this. And I understand that this was like the straw that broke the camel's back that just like pushed her over her limit. But like, you don't have to show us that to prove it. We got it. We get it. I get it. And the people that don't get it are committed to not getting it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to donate it to the homeless because I just feel bad about the whole situation. So I wanted to just clarify.
It is also fascinating because you could have donated to the homeless to begin with. Let's just be honest. But here we are. Here we are.
This whole situation in my
we're adding
has
more.
been a learning experience for me that I know that if this does happen again, I am just going to keep it offline.
Good.
Because it's better. I want to shed
Thank God.
on the positive while still using my voice
Yes.
for the good.
Sure.
So, let's move on to another topic.
Please.
Let's go to Target. Here are some
Let's just casually move on to another topic. We're good. Cakegate, goodbye. Should I do a memorial service right now for Cakegate? If I do one of those, will it like end it all for good? Will we be done? Okay, honestly, I can't find my normal Goop orgasm candle, so you're gonna have to deal with this Indiana candle, okay? Here we go. This is for you, Cakegate. May you rest in peace. Dearly beloved, we gather here to say our goodbyes. Here she lies. No one knew her worth. I think it was like $80 worth of baked goods. The late, great daughter of Cakegate. I don't know that my voice could get that low. All right, now that we did a little speed run of that memorial service, let's get to this Target situation type of deal.
that I looked at. I did look at more, but of course I was in like the purse aisle,
the class
jewelry aisle. Of course, we went straight to the Legos, the home decor.
Of course.
Also looked at the journals and the hygiene and the makeup. Here's a haul. It is time. For the Target.
Okay, it was a very short little trip out and about into the world, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I have been wanting a black wallet, so I was able to find one. I got this journal. It's called Get Untamed, the journal. It is a guided journal with just like prompts and things to write about.
All right.
You know, I love journaling and I love writing. Feline got some tea. She got some Tazo teas. And juniper mint honey.
I'm sorry, isn't it wild how like just unfazed I was by her getting another journal? like it just dawned on me like, wow, it does nothing to me anymore. I'm numb. I'm numb to the journals. I'm numb to them. I no longer feel anything about them.
Elderberry, blackberry, and prickly pear cactus. If I liked tea, I'm going to say that these actually sound so good, but I'm not a tea girly.
I thought she did. Didn't she go through a tea era recently? I don't know. Maybe not.
So I got one of these beloved soaps. They're actually in the shape of a heart once you take it out of the package. This one is in coconut and warm vanilla, and I also got another one in cherry blossom and tea rose.
Okay, work.
And then Feline also got a coconut and warm vanilla. They smell incredible.
I think Judy's sick of the Target haul, so I'm gonna let her out real quick. You wanna say hi before we go? Say hi! Say I'm recovering just fine from my teeth extractions. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling wonderful. The world is great. That's why she's like got some bare skin right there. It's because they had a little IV in her, but isn't she so cute? Oh, she said, Dad, don't kiss me on camera. I'm gonna let her out.
I did get me a Lego.
Oh my God.
The Snorlax Lego.
Oh my God, do you even like Pokemon? I know it doesn't matter to you, but I am actually kind of obsessed with this little Pokemon Lego. This little Snorlax. I love a Snorlax. One year for Halloween, I was a Snorlax and Noel was a Pokemon ball. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up for you.
And I actually got this one as well.
Oh, the Eevee Evolution.
So I'm so excited to.
Although these aren't Legos, these are Mega Blocks. Very big difference. Very big difference.
Do these? Hello. It is the next day. In 7 minutes, I have my 4th therapy appointment.
Let's go. You're a third of the way there.
We are 1/3 of the way complete.
I almost questioned myself if I did that math right. I almost did. It's like, Zach, you did in fact used to be a math major. You did end up graduating with a math minor. Like, get it together. Do basic math.
With the 12 that I have to do, and I'm so excited. I feel like really positive. Obviously, I'm dreading therapy. I always dread therapy. With a mixture of like excitement just to like get it over with, or like talk about things that I need to talk about, just to make progress in my life. Because I notice with each therapy appointment, I do leave it feeling better, even though last appointment was hard. Like, I was dragging the rest of the day.
Just to be clear, I think you've said every appointment you've had has been hard, which, like, yeah, therapy is hard. It is a lot of hard work.
I felt super emotional, but it's like it was needed. It was much needed.
Sure.
So I already know exactly how it's going to go down, but I feel like today's appointment's going to be, like, really good because I feel like in a really good headspace today.
It's going to go down so well. I know exactly how it's going to go down. How? How do you know that?
So, yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes afterwards.
All right.
So, I'll see you in an hour. Bye.
I just got out of the appointment and wow. Okay, so this is my 4th one. So I've had over 4 hours with him, and he wanted me to fill out this, like, thing, and I had no idea what it was, and he wasn't telling me what it was. So I filled it out. Afterwards, we went over my answers, talked about them more, and it was actually to see if I have PTSD.
What? Now, see, here's the thing. I believe all of this happened. It's just the way she explains things sometimes. She could have just said, I took an evaluation. I didn't have a lot of ideas of what it was. But something about her, like, clarifying, like, he gave me this thing. I didn't know what it was. He wouldn't tell me what it was. Just adds, like, I don't know how to say this without just sounding like I'm just, like, super skeptical of everything Amberlynn does, which maybe I am. But, like, it just sounds like she's, like, in her head trying to concoct, like, a story around this. When she could have just said, I took an evaluation, and now he's telling me what the results of that evaluation were. I'm guessing, based on the title of this video, that it has something to do with PTSD. And I feel like she's worried that if she says that she took an evaluation for PTSD, that people might think that, like, she answered it in a certain way to get, like, a certain diagnosis or something. I don't know. But do you understand what I'm saying? Or am I making a mountain out of a molehill here?
And I was not expecting to be doing that today. Like, when you do it and you get the score, you have PTSD if it's, like, in between, like, 31 to 33.
Oh, did she already say that it was for PTSD? Not my ass not listening. Maybe this is my fault. Maybe I'm the problem.
And mine was 47. I have always felt in my heart that I showed signs of PTSD. And just to hear it, from a psychologist, and to know and to have the answer, like he said, to have the answer now, we know what to do moving forward. He said we're going to be doing a lot of cognitive processing and that it's going to be really hard. And we talked a lot about trauma. Today was a lot about trauma.
I wish, I'm glad that she's getting answers for everything. Let me just be very clear about that in case it gets misinterpreted. I'm glad that she is getting answers. I feel like when it comes to her getting any diagnosis, whether it's related to mental health or otherwise, like physical health, whatever it might be, I wish she would, like, take this approach in general, like, we know what it is and now we can treat it. Now we can move forward with a plan. Because what's sticking out in my mind is when she found out that she got or has, like, lymphedema and lymphedema, she was like, this explains so much, but then did nothing. Well, I think let me correct myself, she did keto for a little bit at the recommendation of that doctor, but outside of that did nothing else to correct those issues or deal with those issues. And I feel like that is, like, par for the course for any time a new diagnosis comes into Amberlynn Reed's life.
And PTSD and some of the things I went through. And I purposely wear waterproof mascara for a reason. I cry so much in therapy. I was in a really good mood. I mean, I still am. You know what? I still am.
You sure can be.
I feel so hopeful and I feel so heard. And it's just going really well. I am just very, very nervous.
Love.
For, my next appointments, because now things are going to start getting, diving even more into my past.
Sure.
And,
if I may offer, like, I think what might be helpful is to remember, like, where you're at now. Because you're like, oh, this is really helpful. This is good. I feel like, yes, I did process a lot of emotions, but I feel good. So, like, keep that in mind for future appointments, because it's obviously helping. Or at least according to you, it's helping.
I even straight up asked him, it was actually last session, I said, can I just get over it? Can I just move on from my trauma?
No,
because that was so
that's not how it
many
works.
Of you tell me, just move on. And he said it's not.
Now what? Now what? Now what? Why does everything have to come back to so many of you? So many of you tell me. No, girl. No. Just work on yourself. I mean, I get it. Like, your YouTube audience is probably a big part of what you need to talk about in therapy. But, you had me. You had me up until, I mean, you still have me. I'm still happy you're making progress. And no, you can't just move on. You do need to work through it. But damn, you had me up until you brought the audience back into it.
Not possible. You can't just move on, especially when you have possible PTSD.
Sure.
Because last week, it was just something that he was assuming. And now he's like, yeah, you definitely have it. So it's not something I can just, put on a new dress and say, oh, I'm over it. Like, it's not like that. I wish it was. Because I wouldn't be this size. I wouldn't have the issues that I have.
I am curious how many people actually do tell her that, because that feels like really just an approach that she would have to most things, to be honest. Like, this approach of, like, I'm just gonna move on, which hasn't really worked for her in other scenarios and contexts. But, yeah, I don't know. Just bringing up the audience, I guess, to further explain that makes me upset about it is, like, I feel like she's having a positive moment here, sharing, like, positive things that came from her therapy, and yet she still managed to find a way to bring in the negativity of her audience into it. It's just like, we're so close to escaping the clutches of negativity, and yet so far away.
The only way you can make progress is finding the right therapist.
Sure.
I'm very lucky, is a psychologist. Truly knows what they're talking about, and they have the answers and they know exactly what I need to do, but they can't fix me. They're only there to be my guide. And
sure.
I need to fix myself and heal. And do
let's get to
That is my fourth appointment update. Wow. Stuff is getting deep. The therapy I did last year was not this deep. I'm going to be honest. We talked a lot about, like,
I just kind of want to go back and I'm going to go look through the archives, because I swear she is like, this therapy, we go so deep. I go so deep with this therapist. We go so deep. I feel like I've heard her say those words before or something very similar.
I have literally been so horrible with therapy in the past. Like, I constantly am like, okay, so that was another failure of a therapy session. Like, and I have had several therapists since starting YouTube, and everyone constantly got on my ass because I would be like, this isn't working for me. It's too surface level. Well, there's two types of therapies. There's evidence-based and support-based, and 9 out of 10 people actually are just doing support therapy, which is like, how's your day? Let's talk about it. What's going on in your life? Let's talk about it. Then there's evidence-based, which I've never done. I've always done support. Hate it. Evidence-based is like, here's your diagnosis. Let's work on that. Let's figure out the depths. Let's heal you from this shit. I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm finally like seeing, oh my God, I just literally am so shook to the core. I should have done this sooner.
Surface level stuff that I go through, like, on a day-to-day basis, while this therapy is like, we're digging in deep. We are digging in deep. And I think that's what I need to make progress. So I can be a better version of myself, and I'm excited to meet her. I'm so excited to meet the person that I am once I'm healed.
Let's meet her.
Even just healed a little bit.
I can't wait.
I'm excited for that.
Can't wait to meet her.
Okay, guys, I am out here looking Not cute.
Say it with me, everybody. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Bestie, you look the same as you always do. Just without makeup. Just without makeup.
Okay, so I do want to end this video by doing a little P.O. Box moment.
God, thank
but
you.
I want to make an announcement. An announcement is being made. I am going to do P.O. Box videos separately as a whole. And I'm also going to be being interviewed by you separately as like its own whole video.
Yes, because honestly, I'd probably just skip the PO unboxings if I'm being honest, and maybe tune in, maybe for the being interviewed by you thing. Because the PO unboxings, I really almost never have anything to say about them. I don't get a lot of the like trolly things until people tell me about what they mean after the fact. And I don't care about, I mean, like, I'm glad she's getting supportive, like, letters and shit like that. Not shit, I shouldn't say shit. Supportive letters from people. Like, I appreciate that she's getting that. I just don't have anything to add. I think some of the being interviewed by you things, I could do some stuff with. I could give some reactions to that. I don't care about, obviously, people asking for the 1200th time what movies and TV shows she likes. But some of it is sometimes interesting, you know? I am curious about her splitting it up into separate videos, though, because either way, I think it's just her looking for ways to stretch out her content. But you know what? I did request that she do that, so let me just shut my mouth and let her do it. How about that?
And I'm going to see the way you guys enjoy it, and usually 9 times out of 10, the only way I can tell if y'all like something is based on, like, views. We're going to try that out. If I notice that you guys aren't enjoying it so
based
much,
on views,
then we're going to go back to just, like, sticking it at the end of my vlogs.
It's interesting. That reminds me of another thing she said on Instagram, actually. I wasn't going to really address any of them, but it just made me think of it. She posted on Instagram, too, somebody said something to her, well, specifically said, not Zachary Michael admitting Cindy's videos are more entertaining than yours, but still choose to only react to you. And her response was, because that would make him lose views, okay? All right. Okay. And I'm really, what made me think about this is her bringing up views, right? So let's just first of all talk about the premise from the original Cinder, which doesn't make any sense that where they say I choose to only react to Amberlynn, where they wouldn't have even heard me say any of those things that I said about Cindy's videos being interesting if they hadn't been watching a video where I was covering somebody that wasn't Amberlynn Reid. So let's just start there with that premise. But 2, I've openly, like, admitted multiple times that, like, some of Amberlynn's content in recent history has been boring. And I've also talked about how, like, I'm still gonna keep watching my favorite TV show on the internet because even some of my favorite TV shows on television have some bad episodes or some boring episodes, and I keep watching them. So all of that aside, her response was that would make him lose views. I don't exactly know what she's saying here. I think she's saying I would lose views if I didn't only react to Amberlynn Reid, which is so silly because even on the videos where I don't react to Amberlynn Reid, my videos get just as many views as some of her videos do these days. So I don't like to talk about the number of views because I very much realize, like, I could be that person in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a year, several years, who's not making the views I once did on videos. And so I try not to get too caught up on that. But I guess I just find it interesting that that's how she is viewing whether or not people like or enjoy her channel, when, like, her views right now, just in comparison to other times in her channel history, are not great. And so it makes me think also of how just the other day in a video, she was saying that her content right now is very similar to her content in 2020, but I would guess her views are not the same as they were in 2020. And it makes me wonder if we're really like evaluating whether or not people are enjoying our videos based on the views we're getting. Why we wouldn't, and by we I mean Amberlynn, why Amberlynn wouldn't think, wow, maybe what I feel like I've been doing forever is no longer working and let's try something new. And maybe people are correct in asking me to do some different types of content, or like maybe I'm correct in hearing people say that they don't like the content that I'm giving right now, which is also such a gag because like, it sounds like people are telling her that they don't like her content, and in the past when people have said that, she has stood firm and like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do. I don't know. All just things to consider. just a little side tangent rant from yours truly, Zachary Michael.
Obviously, this is gonna make my vlogs a little bit shorter.
Good.
Which is fine. But I have had a few people say, why don't you just do these separately? So that's why we're going to give it a go.
I did.
I'm going to read this envelope. This card was super sweet. I'm going to open this package. So this is Yoga for Plus Size Women by Laura Burns.
Work.
And Laura Burns is the person who actually sent it to me.
Work.
I actually really, really like this.
You know?
Thank you so much, Laura.
I don't care about the P.O. box.
I'm looking.
Oh, wait, that's the end?
Yeah, it's actually the next day.
Wait, what?
I ended up sleeping in this. It was comfy. I had a moment. And now I need to go get ready for the day because I'm looking...
The same as you always do. The
So
same as you always do. The same as you always do. I thought that was going to go on a lot longer, but I guess not. I guess that was a very short-lived P.O. unboxing. But I figured since you got to see Judy, Poe was also asking for some attention, so I'm going to let him say goodbye to you all with me. Good riddance to Cakegate. May we leave her in the dust, in the histories of Amberlynn Reed, and let's move on to something more interesting. Or maybe not. We'll see. Maybe it'll come up again. Who knows? But anyways, that's all I have time for today. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did and you're brand new, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Also, make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. We had so much fun today. I hope you did too. And we'll see you all next time. Bye!